What's up, y'all? Thank you for clicking this video. This is the first episode of my new segment called Uber Lyft Life Paths. So part-time I drive Uber and Lyft just to make some side money, pay off debt, build up savings. It's not my full-time job, but it definitely is part-time. Try to do it after my office job in regards to like my overtime, because my office job is just salary. It gets crazy out here. I drive in Florida and it's not that crazy. Honestly, everyone is so nice because a lot of people just need help getting by. A lot of people need help driving home from work, getting to where they need to go. So it's not a lot of crazies, but now and then I do get a few awkward, strange, unique, crazy people, you know. So right now it's literally 3 a.m. on the dot. 3 a.m. on the dot. I just got back from driving Friday night, and you know, Friday, Saturday nights, it's always busy, probably no matter where you're at, if there's a city. So in Tampa, you know, it does get pretty turned up on Friday, Saturday nights, because in Tampa and St. Pete, there's like different cities within a city where you could party, right? Tonight was the first of firsts. When you drive Uber and Lyft, you always come across like a new scenario, and it's like, okay, what the hell is going on? I'm trying to drive, look at the phone, multitask, carry a conversation, but yet these people want to have a freaky deaky conversation. What are you talking about right now? This is a little town, and I pick up this couple, and with this segment, I'm giving like random stories. You know, these are different life paths. You're interacting with people who got crazy lives going on, you know? And either you're gonna involve yourself or not. And these people wanted me to get involved, or they wanted to get involved with me in my back seat for content. So literally, like this white couple, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know what the fuck they were saying, but as soon as they got in the car, they're talking about, oh, we're going to the bungalow. I'm like, okay, whatever. Is this a bar? You know, these bars got these crazy names. And they say they go to Airbnbs all the time. And the reason why they go to Airbnbs is because they film OF content. They film OnlyFans content. This is my first time ever interacting with the real life OnlyFans whore. Let's call it for what it is. Now, this whore, she didn't even look that good. Not to me. I mean, not to me. She looked old and skinny and white as the moon. I don't know. She just did not look attractive. And the guy, I guess he doesn't do the content. He produces it. But as soon as they get in my car, they mention a bungalow. I'm like, all right, whatever. And she said, you ever do OnlyFans? I'm like, what do you mean, no? You know, like, I'm not a fucking member. I don't subscribe to that dumb shit. You know, I'm not going to pay for it. The fuck? And they were saying how they do it. They do it at the Airbnbs. This way, if it's a mess, they don't got to worry about it, I guess. It's not their home.
That's disgusting.
But they low-key kind of, at first, when they got in the car, asked if I was interested in them doing content in the car. I'm like, nah. The fuck, you know? Like, who the fuck are you? And what are you even talking about? Because this is a first, you know? Now I'm ready. Next time I interact with an OnlyFans, I'm not going to agree to it because I didn't agree to this, but I'm going to be more prepared, like, okay. But it was just awkward. It was an awkward, like, conversation because I wasn't really trying to get into it. It wasn't even, like, talk about OnlyFans freaky deaky. Where's the foreplay and conversation? You know, like, they just jumped right into it. As soon as they got in my car talking about, oh, you ever do OnlyFans in the car? What are you talking about? You know? Oh, my God. It was so awkward and weird and cringe. And, I mean, if she was attractive,
I still wouldn't have done it.
But I would have asked more thorough questions, you know? It was weird and it made me uncomfortable. Honestly, I was like, when you drive these night shifts, I do feel like that's where the demons are out and about. And when you're younger, I'm in my 30s now, so honestly, I drive the people. That's what I tell people. I drive people now. I don't party anymore. But when you're out partying, no matter what age, you're definitely committing sin, obviously, right? Whether if it's lust or anger, if you get into fights and shit. So I have so many stories from like, thank God, like, no violent altercations and no sloppy drunk altercations. Like, I had a few that I was worried about, whether violent or sloppy drunk, but not to the point of like any physical altercation or someone throwing up in my car. So if you're an Uber Lyft driver watching this, so far that has not happened to me. Thank God. Because if that does happen to me, I don't know how I would react. Because I'm really a nice guy. I try to be kind and help people. That's why I do like driving part-time and doing this side hustle, because to me it's very rewarding and very meaningful, because people really appreciate it, at least for me, when I get them to their destination safely, you know. And I'm the type where I consider myself the world's greatest ambivert, where I could have I could either talk to you, we could have a great conversation, or I don't gotta say shit. So it's literally like I'll have a ride where the person's talking a lot, we're talking back and forth, it's great, cool, and the next ride, not a fucking word, you know? So it's like always one or the other, and I think that's perfect for my personality, because I do need a break from the talking, and I also don't mind sitting in silence. So I have so many tips to give you guys, but this Uber Lyft life segment, it's not more so a tips video, it's just sharing the story. And this story was a true story about this OnlyFans woman that kind of asked to do content in my backseat. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I'm trying to hustle out here. And I guess they would have paid me, but that's just disgusting. I'm like, yo, this is so sinful and lustful and disgusting. I'm like, nah, this is gross. Because they were literally talking about how that's what they do. They go from Airbnb to Airbnb and film content. And he was like, oh, she gets so much money from just showing her feet or this and that. I'm like, haha, wow, you must have a lot of subscribers. I don't know how the shit works. I know it's pathetic, whoever signs up for it. If you're someone that's subscribed to that shit, please do not do it. If you're gonna do it, do it for free, you know, or try not to do it at all. So like, I just can't believe that's the world we live in, where so many women are getting paid so much fucking money off of filming sexually. It's just insane that it's normalized, you know. It's actually very sad. And the reason why I feel like God has me out and about at night is to help. I don't know about these people. They might be lost souls, to be honest with you, but I always try to find in conversations to intertwine God and Jesus Christ. I feel like that's my mission in life, to just try to like inspire hope and inspire change in people. Because for you drivers out there, you probably know, if you're a personally kind person, right? But sometimes people will cry in the backseat, they tell you their life stories, and it's like, yo, people are struggling with so much shit, it's crazy. But when people are living their best fucking lives and they don't give a shit, like this couple, man, they ain't worried about none of that shit. So I ain't really talk to them. They were talking amongst themselves and shit. It just got so awkward, you know, because they kept kind of talking about their content shit, and I'm like, yeah, like, it was really gross, to be honest with you. And maybe because, like, yeah, I didn't find her attractive at all. It was really weird, you know. Just I picked them up like in the middle of nowhere. It was like an empty parking lot. I'm like, this shit is crazy, bro. So, first of many, let me know down in the comments, y'all had that particular situation happen to you, specifically OnlyFans trying to do some shit in the car. Like, that is just crazy. Cause like, yeah, I'm not the one to just go along with everything, right? But for some people, if you pay them money, they'll let you do whatever. And that must be a fun life to live. But me, I can't live that way, man. So like, God has me on a different purpose right now. I have so many stories to tell you guys. So if you're interested in this segment, subscribe to the channel or just check back in once in a while. Because I interacted with so many interesting people, from this old black Jamaican lady. I don't know what she was. She was Caribbean, but she was like a prophet. And she was talking all loud and crazy. And then one time I met with this like retired gang leader. And he was putting me on game, saying like the young kids don't care, they should be shooting, they don't fight anymore. And then I interact with this one woman who called me a disciple, because I mentioned the whole Jesus thing. Like, a disciple, you sure about that? I don't know. So now I'm starting to think that could be like one of my life's paths that I should pursue. And then there's one guy who kind of got an attitude with me, and then he tells me he's on drugs. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know you're on drugs?
Take it easy.
Like, these are the weird situations you get involved with, because when you're having a conversation with someone, you do have to be mindful of what you say and how you say it, because it could go left or right. But thank God everyone's so kind for the most part, for real. And y'all know how it is with the tips, right? You could have beautiful conversations all day, every day. Not every day, but all day. And you get no tips. And then some days you get all the tips. So honestly, where I'm at, it pays like 20 bucks an hour. So whatever city you're in, it probably also does pay 20 bucks an hour. And Friday and Saturday night is when I try to go out late. Like, I literally did 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's like a 5-hour shift. And I made close to like 140. And like I said, a lot of interesting characters. But for this first Uber Lyft Life Path segment, episode 1, I had to talk about this OnlyFans shit. Because honestly, it's just like, wait, did that even happen? Were they for real about that? And I think they were, because they were a freaky ass couple. Not that they were doing freaky shit, but they was talking freaky shit. Like, about their content shit. Thank goodness I ain't telling about my shit. You know, my YouTube shit. They might find this. I don't know. But I doubt it, because they too busy on that other platform, you know. That should get shut down. Because whoever's paying for that, please stop. Stop paying money to these fucking women. Especially the ugly ones. Ugly ones or fine ass ones, please don't do it. It's sinful, it's disgusting. And if you're someone out there that wants to make a difference, I think you should look into driving Uber and Lyft for people. Because for the most part, people are just trying to get by, get to where they're going. And I think you might find it rewarding, as I do, and interact with so many interesting people. And I let people carry the conversation. I no longer say, hey, how are you doing? How's your day?
I really don't give a shit, low-key. I mean,
I'm nice, and God wants me to connect with people, but I'm not gonna have you say, oh, I'm good, and not ask me how my day's doing. I'm done with that. No. So what I say is, they get in my car, I say, your name so-and-so? Yep, cool. I'm Chris, nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you. Like, they're so shocked when I say nice to meet you, like they never had heard of manners before. So that's what I do. And then if they ask me something, yeah, I'm literally an ambivert. Ask me anything and I'm on go. How's the driving going? I'll talk 5 minutes straight. Literally, I'll tell you literally how the day been going. I just started, I'm about to end it. But this day was interesting. I drove the OnlyFans couple, which is fucking weird. But then I drove one drunk ass, old ass dude talking about he hooking up with a chick. People just be talking. It's really ridiculous. Picked up a few Spanish people. They don't speak no English, so quiet time, you know what I mean? Because I don't speak no Spanish. But then my last ride was special because whenever I'm in the city and I live a little upstate or up the county, I'm trying to always find a ride back up north. And thank God, for real, I really do think God and angels are looking down on us, as well as demons and devils. So you really have to be careful of both. Such as the OnlyFans. That was a demonic spirit in my car. And I encountered that and acted on it very wisely. If I wasn't in tune with God and Jesus Christ, my dumb ass would have been like, yeah, let's fucking turn up, let's do it.
shirt off. I'm already half naked, you know.
But that's not me anymore. Not that I was that crazy back in the day, but thank God I'm able to discern that evil spirit, drop them the fuck off with kindness and courtesy, and they appreciated it. But what I'm getting at is that God always brings me home as close as he can. You know, because there's some nights where fuck, like, yeah, I got to call it a night, call it a day, and I got to drive home a half hour. That's like worst case scenario. But for the most part, God got me home like 10 minutes away from my home. And thank God, like those are the best nights. And I really think it's intentional. That's just me in regards to like the type of matches that come in. And I'm grateful for that. And my acceptance rate could be better. But sometimes you gotta decline this shit. And sometimes they cancel on you. And honestly, I think if you have faith in God, faith in Jesus, it would all work itself out. I literally pray every time I go out because I am scared. You never know who you're gonna interact with. You never know how your driving's gonna be. What cycles are on the road. Like anything can happen when you're in a vehicle, right? It is dangerous. And also if people in your car, that could be dangerous as well. And honestly, I realize that people that get in the car, they're probably just as nervous or scared as me, right? Because I'm a stranger too. So once you accept that and you're respectful, it's really not that bad. But I do think God is behind everything. So just have faith. I think everyone should try out this side hustle for real. Just be patient and be faithful when you interact these demonic spirits and also the godly spirits, such as most of the times I pick up a few bachelorette parties. Like my last ride home, driving back up, it was like 3 women in the back seat and we were all laughing, having a good time. I didn't tell them about the OnlyFans. That would have been crazy because they were talking a lot. And I've learned from experience, when they're talking so much, you never want to interject. Just drive unless they ask you a question, or if there's like a silent moment, then you can ask, but don't interfere on their conversation. But for the most part, we're all talking. Like, I'm really good with a group of people. If the vibe is good, I could talk, make them laugh, men or women. But that was the last ride of the night. It was a group of bachelorette women. And you know, that's what it's all about. Just making people feel comfortable and getting them home safe. Not being fucking weird. I've heard stories where drivers are weird too. Some of these drivers don't even fucking speak English in America. That's crazy to me. I don't agree with that. I think if you're living in a country, you should speak that country's language somewhat, you know? Don't be in another country not even caring to speak the language. That's just rude and disrespectful. So right now I'm going on a rant because this is the first segment, you know? But I plan to do many more episodes of this segment and telling you about those stories from the past. But this one literally happened tonight about the OnlyFans. That shit never happened before. I hope it never happens again because I just felt like a dark spirit. These people were like so proud of producing content in Airbnbs, in cars. And I'm like,
is this shit real?
like, they're probably making money, but like, it doesn't seem in good spirit, you know? I don't think God is looking down and proud of those people. So I think we all have a choice to make, whether you're gonna do certain acts and make money, but you gotta know how that affects other generations of people. So I don't agree with that shit. I'm glad I entertain it. I mean, I talk about it a little bit, you know. I think I just asked about the subscribers, but really they started talking. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because like, I'm not trying to do it, but they kind of kept trying to egg me on, like, you sure you don't wanna? Like, You have a butt? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, what are you talking about? So, I mean, I don't know.
A lot of y'all are nasty, so you probably would have went with it.
But like, sure, how much you can pay me? $500? Sure, go right ahead. Nope. Not for me. But, you know, I hope all the words I gave you in this long video was inspiring, was interesting, was hopeful. This is the real life shit when you drive Uber and Lyft, for real. These different life paths will throw you off. It makes you happy, makes you sad. But at the end of the day, it is all about being respectful to each other and, and getting everyone home safe. So all glory to God, and I do pray for all these people, for real. Even that people, I say, yo, forgive them for they know not what they do, because like that's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, that's just ugh, you know, because they really don't know any better, for real. I hope if you're watching this, may God bless you as well. If you're driving Uber and Lyft, I would suggest pray before you go out and drive. Pray for God to keep you safe. Pray for God to bless you with good people, nice people, quiet people, soft-spoken people, no sloppy drunk people. Now I gotta add the no OnlyFans people to my prayer routine. See, now I'm thinking I didn't consider them in my prayer routine, but now I'm prepared. I mean, I hope this doesn't happen again, because that threw me off, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, now I gotta ask God, like, yeah, don't send me like perverted people, please, because it's just weird. So alright, y'all, I hope everyone stays blessed. Thank you for watching. It's been fun. I'll see you in the next episode.